Good morning, Talladega County. I'm LeeAngela Garate, and you're watching Pet Connect. And we have a special guest today, Mitzi Smith with the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill. Mitzi, tell us a little bit about what you do with the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill.
I guess I would be the feline coordinator.
Okay.
I try to get the younger kittens that come in out of the shelter and into foster homes, so
Sure.
we're always looking for fosters.
Sure.
And then we foster them until they're old enough to be fixed and available for adoption, which Shanti is available for adoption.
Oh, well, Shanti is very cute.
She's 6 months old and she's scared.
Oh, bless her heart. Well, we don't want to make her scared.
it's
So she's
okay.
a little kitten.
She is.
And I think we've talked in the past about it coming up on puppy and kitten season. So tell me like I've driven around and I've seen kittens, but I don't really do anything and I don't know what to do. What should someone do if they come across kittens that are out and about?
If you come across kittens that are old enough to eat on their own, you could reach out to us to see if we can help you, if you can foster them in your own home and take care of them until they're old enough to be fixed and we can adopt them out. That's the best way to do it without carrying them to the shelter.
Sure.
If you find kittens that are still nursing off of mom, we would rather you leave those. Most likely there is a mom, she is coming back. And I know they start screaming and people think there's no mom.
Right.
She's never coming back. She is. She's out there. She doesn't want to be seen. That's why you don't know that she's out there.
Sure.
But she'll come back. And then after several hours, if you'll just monitor them for a while before you touch them, to give her an opportunity to come back and feed them. Because when we remove them from their moms at 3 weeks or under, they don't do well. Even though we try with bottles
Right.
and formula,
Right.
it's still not the same as mom,
Right.
and we lose some of them that way.
So when you do, although let's say that something has happened to the mom and now you've received notification that you have kittens that need help, what do you do? Is it bottle feeding? What does that look like? So
Yeah, they can go to any pet store. Walmart carries formula. PetSense carries formula. You can just use like a little baby syringe, mix it up, feed it to them every 2 hours.
okay.
They need 1 to 3 cc's every 2 hours, and just do it until you can get them eventually on mush.
On mush. And how long does that normally take?
They usually start eating mush at 4 weeks.
Okay. Now, if someone wanted to get in touch with you, how would they do that if they came across kittens and they needed a little bit of help?
They can contact the Silcock Animal Shelter, who reaches out to us
Okay.
if they want a phone number.
Sure.
Otherwise, we are on Facebook, the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill,
Okay. Okay.
and they can message us.
Okay. And you mentioned fosters. So if I wanted to foster for you, especially with kittens or even maybe a senior cat, because I think that senior cats really are a jewel because they end up to where, they're not running around so much and they're kind of chill, kind of like, middle-aged. It's nice. So what if someone wanted to foster and they specifically wanted to foster cats because you're the cat contact, correct?
Right.
Okay. What would they do?
They can just reach out. We can get them set up. If it's kittens and they need an area to contain them in, we use playpens.
Oh,
So we can provide a playpen unless
Okay.
you have a bathroom in your house
sure.
or a small room that you can keep them in, and then we provide the shots and the dewormer, and anything that goes wrong, you just reach out to us. We help like a support system.
Oh, that's great. Now, can they take 2 kittens, 4 kittens, 1
They can
kitten?
take as many as they want.
As many as they want. I love it. So not only do you need fosters, you also need supplies, I would imagine. And we've
Yes.
talked about with it being puppy and kitten season. And you have PetSense. I believe you have April 23rd. You're going to have a
Yes.
puppy and kitten shower.
Yes.
Okay, at PetSense from 9 until 2. What are some items that the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill needs for
We
the
need
shower?
puppy food, wet and dry. We need cat food, kitten food, because some of our older kittens can eat the adult wet food.
And since she's 6 months old,
Yes.
then okay.
And then we need kitten dry, kitten canned food,
Sure.
cat litter, We need
Now-
formula.
The cat litter. Tell me a little bit about that, because I've heard for kittens you don't want clumping cat litter. Is that correct?
Younger kittens that are like 5 weeks and under will try to eat the clay litter.
Ah,
So we use the pelletized litter
Okay.
for those. They can't eat that.
sure, because that would be bad to eat the litter.
Yes.
Definitely. At what age do they start kind of scampering around to where they would be using the litter box?
6 weeks.
At 6 weeks. So they would be brand new into the litter box. That's not the way you want to start it.
Right.
So, and currently at PetSense, you have cats available for adoption.
Yes, we have kittens. Sugarfoot is there.
Oh.
And then we have adults. Blackie is one of our seniors. She's 7 years old there.
Oh, 7 years old. Oh, what? Tell me a little bit about Blackie. Do you know anything about
Yes.
Blackie?
Her owner got dementia, and sitters were coming in and out of the house a lot, and she got out, and then she was missing for a little while. When she showed back up, she had, some hair loss from fleas and stuff. For her little adventure.
Sure, her little adventure. I bet she was happy to be home.
But she came home, and then they decided that it was just too much on them trying to care for someone with dementia at the same time.
That's understandable.
So they surrendered her to the shelter.
Oh, that's nice. And so now she's looking for her forever home to where she
Yes.
can.
She needs somewhere to live out the rest of her years.
Exactly. And is she a small cat, a big cat?
She's medium sized.
She's a medium-sized cat. And when cats, do they need vaccinations?
Yes, she's had all of that.
She's had all of her vaccinations. And then going forward, so if I went in and I adopted her, then what could I expect for the next year? Would I need to get her vaccinated in a year from now, or
Just the once a year rabies shot's all she would need.
just the one? So she's already spayed and ready to go. Oh, that's wonderful. So I see your friend, she went back into her little carrier.
She's like, woman.
I know, right? Bless her heart. I think she's actually up under the blanket. She's really cute. I wish everybody could see her right now.
But we foster them until they get fixed.
Sure.
And then we put them at PetSense for adoption. And we also do local adoptions out of our homes also because, there's so many.
Right.
Then there's only 4 cages at PetSense.
Right. So you touched on that a little bit, with the kittens and everything. So you can actually facilitate an adoption. So just because someone may only see 4 kittens or 4 cats at PetSense, they still need to probably reach out to the feral
Yes.
dogs of Avondale Mill or the Sylacauga Animal Shelter, right? To find out, hey, there's only 4 up here, but do you have more?
And then the shelter has probably 20 cages.
Right, right.
So
With
they
cats
always,
in them.
yes, at all times.
Right. So what are some things that people should consider right now going into puppy and kitten season? What, if you could say something to the audience right now about March into April regarding puppy and kitten season, what do you want people to know?
Basically, especially with felines, since that's mainly what I handle,
Sure.
is if you feed it, fix it. And if you need help fixing it, reach out and we'll try to help you because they're just going to multiply. So you may have 3 strays right now that you're just thinking, I'll just throw some food out every once in a while for them. But they multiply. They can go into heat 4 times a year.
I've heard that kittens, females can go into heat as early as 4 months of age.
They can. And when their kittens reach 6 weeks of age, they can turn right around and go into heat again.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of
Yes.
mouths to feed.
Yes.
Poor mama.
So your 3 little cats that you're just feeding will turn into
Right.
30 in a year.
Right. So I like that. If you feed it, then
Fix
fix it. And if you need help knowing how to navigate that,
Right.
because sometimes that can be, you just don't know, right? You don't know who you should reach out to and
And then
what's
there's
out there.
our vouchers.
Right.
Even though it's not the discounted $25 voucher right now, they can still go to Mutt Cuts and purchase the vouchers at regular price, which is still a huge deal.
Right.
Because even the male cat vouchers are just $30.
Okay. So they can go to Mutt Cuts here in Sylacauga.
Yes.
And is there another place that they can get the vouchers? No, just at Mutt
Just at
Cuts
Mutt
right
Cuts.
now. Okay. That's great. Do you know the cost of the certificates?
Yeah, the male cat is 30, the female cat is 45, male dog is 45, and a female dog is 60.
Okay. I bet you didn't know there was going to be a test this morning. I'm so sorry.
Did I pass?
You did. I think you did. I definitely think you did. Oh my goodness. So how many kittens do you have right now that need fosters? Or how many fosters do you need? And what would I do besides contacting you?
We're just now getting inundated with messages for help. People are finding that cats have had litters of kittens under their houses.
Sure.
So we need as many fosters as we can get. The amount of fosters we have determines how many we can save this year.
Okay.
So if we don't have fosters, we can't save them.
I understand. Well, we definitely want them to have some fosters and some families, and they get to play with them and have a good time.
And the kids love it.
Oh,
when
do
you
they?
Foster. Yes. Some of my best fosters have kids, and the kids love it more than the parents do.
I would think that that would be great for the children, as well as the kittens, because then the kittens are actually getting socialized with children.
Yes.
I mean, I know that when Elizabeth was young, it was great if an animal had already been, around children.
And then if the foster has an inside house dog on top of that, you're acclimating those kittens to kids, dogs, so that when someone approaches us and says, I'm looking for something that would fit my household, how are they with dogs? We can say, oh, well, Gina's are around dogs. Her kittens would be a perfect option for you to adopt.
That's nice. That is so nice. Yeah. So fosters, you can help. You can be a hero to your community by fostering. You contact the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill, their Facebook page, and they will be happy to give you all of the information on how you can be a foster and be a hero. And then also there's the Pet Sense Puppy and Kitten Shower on April 23rd from 9 until 2 o'clock. That's correct, right?
Correct.
And they're looking for hard cat food, canned food, puppy food, puppy pads,
Formula.
all the good things that you need.
We already need formula before April 23rd.
Okay, yes. So if you can, would they drop it off at Pet Sense?
They can drop it off at Pet Sense, they can drop it off at Mutt Cuts, they can drop it off at the Sylacauga Animal Shelter.
Okay, that sounds great. Wow. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. We really appreciate it.
Hopefully she'll still speak to me after this is over.
I know. She seems okay. She's not very, she hasn't been very loud.
I couldn't bring her brother because he would have just been
Oh, he'd have been a little bit
vocal.
too loud?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, for more information on being able to adopt one of the kittens or cats, please again go to Pet Sense, or you can go to the Sylacauga Animal Shelter and they'll be happy to help you find your new friend. We all hope you have a great day. Aww.